Yes, magandang hapon, GAVarkadz. Good afternoon, everyone. Ayan, welcome dito sa ating Gusto Ko Aware Ka. Let us talk all about that matters with Ma'am Lynn Malaluan, our mentor, all the way from London, UK. Ngayon ay alas 5 ng hapon, sa UK naman ay alas 10 po ng umaga. Good morning UK and good afternoon Philippines. And good morning din sa ibang part ng US and ano ba sa ibang part? Pero sa Canada ngayon isa sa ibang part, alas 5 din ng madaling araw. Nandito na ating mga lifers group. Shoutout sa inyo lahat. Pero tawagin muna natin hindi natin siya guest. Lagi natin siya kasama at lagi nating makakasama. Let's welcome our mentor all the way from London, UK, Ma'am Lynn Malaluan. Palakpakan. Hello, Ma'am Lynn. How are you?
Good afternoon, Philippines!
Wow,
Kumusta
naman.
kayong lahat? And good morning if you are in Europe. We have between 1 to 2 hours difference. And if you are in the US or in Australia, I think we have people also from Australia who tune in. So welcome to our conversation today. So first of all, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being present today and being with us. So I think marami tayo dito. Andito si Jasly, Cecile, and we have Vinci, Trina. So shout out to you guys and share nyo lang yung mga links natin dyan sa mga friends and families nyo. So I think I just want to give, can you, Servi, can you give me a thumbs up if our usual guests or viewers are already notified by the link?
Ayan, at may type lang po ako saglit.
Hello, Mary Grace, Fabia, and Trina Chumbinko Silos. Hello, mismo. Magandang hapon po. Hello. Hi, thank you so much for being with us. And I am excited. I'm always excited being here with you. And the reason kung bakit ako excited is because I know you guys are incredible people. And let's acknowledge the fact that in the Philippines, we're going through a tough time right now. So I really wish you and pray that you guys will always stay safe and will find a way that all these things going on around us ay magkakaroon din ng kaliwanagan at ng lunas. Okay? So we all pray for humanity. We've come from Europe, England specifically. We've come from that period of talagang yung quarantine namin is severe. So guys, I'm thinking of all of you. So don't you worry. Everything is, the world is just going through the motion. Rest assured, we will find solution and we will all come into the right, go back to some kind of clarity and peace and calm. So kung ano mang itsura nun, tatanggapin natin siya, yung peace and calm na yan. So ngayon, ang pag-uusapan natin ay, okay, ano ba yung mga roadblocks natin sa ating relationship? So everybody is in some form of relationship, alright? Ano yung mga roadblocks? Well, di ba pag merong, when you have, what is roadblock? So let's just say visualize natin. Forget about EDSA. It's a total roadblock ang EDSA, okay? So but when there is a construction on the road, no, let's say just sa bayan ninyo, sa baryo ninyo, merong construction, merong hole. And it's like a roadblock, hindi ka makaraan doon sa daan na yan. So hindi ka makapunta from A to B. So first of all, before I go to the roadblocks, let me tell you a little bit about myself. So my advocacy is to show women in their 40s to live a fulfilling life. So usually we find ourselves overwhelmed, struggling, or feeling trapped in how to consistently achieve financial freedom and self-fulfillment. So financial freedom and self-fulfillment needs to be interrelated. It's so interlinked. Napaka-strong ng relationship nilang dalawa. I'll tell you why. I'm sure you can picture this. Let's picture this. Nagtatrabaho ka, mahanap buhay ka, pero napapansin mo kada end of the month or end of the year, parang hindi ka pa rin fulfilled. May missing. Oo, nandoon na ako, naubos yung pera. Okay? Pero minsan kahit naman naubos yung pera, fulfilled ka pa rin, di ba? So, kaya yung fulfillment and yung financial freedom, mas maganda sana kung mag-asawa sila. They are married together. Para silang talagang, iisa lang. Hello, Jubel. Good afternoon. Jeneline, and yeah, thank you so much for being here. And so my job is to really show people how to get into overcoming the roadblocks in any relationship. I show women in their 40s. So these women are likely to have children. So I'm just assuming you guys at this age will have children. And if you don't have a child, you are still in this conversation because we're talking about relationship. And now the thing is feeling trapped or struggling. So yun yung mga words na paglalaroan natin kasi yun naman din talaga yung advocacy ko. So if you're feeling trapped or struggling, trying to overcome yung financial freedom nyo and your self-fulfillment, here you go. Okay? So ano ba yung talaga nating point of the matter? So if we have to live a life of power, so empower, hindi ibig sabihin power ka yung of alam mo yun, you're trying to be powerful more than the others. That's not power as well, no? Is that right, Sir Vic?
Yes, yes. GAVarkadz, while you're listening nga pala later, GAVarkadz, you could actually comment your opinions, your thoughts about our topic. Okay, so alam ko namang marami kayong masasabi kasi roadblocks in relationships yung pag-uusapan natin. Okay, so i-express nyo yung mga sarili ng may paggalang. Paggalang eh. No? Ayan. So go ahead with our mentor, Ma'am Lynn Malaluan, GAVarkadz.
And so, thank you so much for that. Yes, please. Nalimutan kong imbitahin kayo na I would invite you to put your comments, questions, and your opinion. Your opinion matters in this conversation. Bakit importante yung opinion nyo? Unang-una is, it's your life. It's your life. It's not somebody else's life. It's your life. And whatever it is, that's the one that matters. Okay? Kasi buhay mo yan eh. Walang makapagsasabi sa'yo na this is the way to do and that's not the way to do. This is a conversation where you could actually be open and be more forthcoming sa sarili mo na ito yung sitwasyon ko eh. So, hindi natin pwedeng lokohin yung sarili natin sa nararamdaman natin. At the end of the day, tayo din yung pag natulog tayo, kasama natin yung sarili natin in that moment. Paggising natin, yung pa rin sarili natin ang kasama natin. So, ano ba yung mga payoff? Alright? Ito yung nangyayari. Hindi ko alam, mag-thumbs up naman kayo dyan kung totoo ha. Hindi nyo ba napapansin sa different types of relationship, right? So, ano ba yung mga relationship? Meron tayong relationship. When first, napananganak tayo, may relationship tayo sa nanay natin. May relationship tayo sa tatay natin. May relationship tayo potentially sa mga kapatid natin. And then, the people around us, nag-expand. So, yung mga tiyo, tiya, lolo, lola, right? Hello, Miles. And so, yung mga relationship na yan, we build it up as a kid, right? As a small child, so we build a relationship based on trust. We build up our confidence in life based on ano yung nakikita natin. So, yung awareness natin, kung ano yung nakikita natin, yun yung doon lang nag-expand siya unti-unti. So, when it comes to relationship, napapansin nyo ba, pag hindi kayo masaya, merong mangyayari, something happens pag hindi kayo masaya. Ano pa yung mga nararamdaman nyo pag hindi kayo masaya na sa maaari nyong ginagawa or maaaring yun yung position nyo. That's the position you take. Ito na yung, oh my God, ganun palang ginawa ko. Nanonotice nyo ba na kung may mahal na mahal kayo dyan, right? Maybe nanay, tata, o boyfriend, right? Or crush, right? Or yung nagugustuhan nyo or ka-relationship ninyo, ang payoff natin are few things. Gusto natin para maging isang maayos ang samahan, ako yung tama. Ako na lang yung tama para sumunod na lang para tapos na yung usapan. And have you noticed when kung ikaw lagi yung tama, nalulus mo yung love, nalulus mo yung sarili mong vitality, even your self-satisfaction in the end, nalulus mo din yun. Mapapansin mo, kung hindi ka masaya. Kung kasi ikaw ang tama eh. Walang ibang tama kundi ikaw lang. O ako lang. Napansin niyo yun? Sir Vic, do you find that? Napansin mo minsan tayo ganun?
Kasi pag feeling natin laging tayong tama hindi na natin nakikita talaga yung point ng ibang tao. So, para nagiging self-centered na tayo, gano'n. Gusto natin mahalin din tayo kahit hindi naman talaga. Nag-assume tanga tayo Nag-assume lang.
Paano natin malalaman? Paano natin makakash yung sarili natin na yun na pala yung ginagawa natin? Paano natin makakash na, ay, ako lang bala lagi ang tama? Kasi mahirap i-catch yung sarili natin, di ba? Minsan, dahil nandun tayo sa sarili natin, alam niyo yung fishbowl? Inside, hindi yung fishbowl dun sa nilulublob sa matamis, ha? The fishbowl, the bowl, the aquarium. O yan, aquarium na lang. Yung aquarium, di niya nakikita nung isda yung tubig. Kasi nasa tubig siya eh. Right? So, minsan, if we are being right, and we make other people wrong. Good afternoon, Joy May Palma. Hello. Andy, hello. Vinci and Rosel. Respicio, good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. So, kung tama tayo or ang iba ay mali, minsan din natin nakikita siya kagad-kagad. Pero isa lang ang pinakamadaling maging hirap nito sa Tagalog, ano nga ba, you can feel it straight away. Pasensya na talaga. You'll notice this if you don't feel right, okay, na hindi na tama. So ano ba yung mga ginagawa natin na later on we realize may roadblock tayo? So minsan dinodominate din natin yung iba. Dinodominate natin. Or maybe, umiiwas tayo. Do you think sa pag-iwas natin, sa mga mahal natin sa buhay, nananalo tayo? Siguro po, pag naramdaman natin na di na masaya yung mga nasa paligid. Rosalie, this is the thing. This is where the cost, right? So, pag naramdaman natin, so how did we know what they truly feel? Well, thank you so much for that. Na hindi na sila masaya. When we only base it from how we feel. Tama ba yun? So, kasi madaling gumawa ng story eh. Madaling gumawa ng, ay, hindi, dineded ba na niya ako? Ayaw na ba niya sa akin? Ano? Ay, hindi siya nakipag-usap. Iniwasan niya ako. Kakaliwa siya sana, pero nagkanan siya. Nakita ko siya doon sa kanto. Instead na kumaliwa siya, bakit siya pumunta sa kanan? Hindi man alam ko talagang pupunta siya sa kanan eh. Pero gumagawa tayo ng story in our brain na yung isang bulati nagiging sawa. This is when we try to avoid. Tama ba yun? Tama ba yun? So, when we try to avoid, parang tayo pag nakikip tayo ng silence, sabi nga nung isa kong kaibigan, this gentleman is from Algeria. And one thing I will never forget, this guy is, he said sa akin, Lynn, kill them with silence. Sabi ko, paano yun? Ibig sabihin daw, i-deadline mo na lang. Wag mo na lang pag-usapan. So this is what you do for people who are narcissists. Okay? Kung nakarinig nyo na yung mga taong narcissist, yung if you don't mention their name and you don't put them in your equation, it will kill that relationship and it will kill the narcissist. But hindi yun maganda sa isang normal traditional relationship like your husband or your wife or your mom and dad or people around you that truly, it's truly part of your life. Now, there's one more thing that we do. Okay? Have you noticed when panalo ko dito? Ay! Okay, Andy. Malalaman natin kung may, Sa nagbabago sa asset ng partner, magtataka ka kasi biglang naging cold. Alright, cold. Nice. Alright. Tao kasi minsan, pag nagmahal, ginagawa na ang lahat, pero di napapansin na nakakasakal sa partner. Ito na yung tinatanong ko kanina, yung when we find ourselves in an aquarium. Kasi we sometimes we behave like a fish, di ba? We behave like a fish. So we are in the aquarium, we don't realize that we are inside the water and we're looking for water. Where's this water? We're right in there. And so, yung sinasabi ni Andy na di natin napapansin na nakakasakal na sa partner nila is very true because you're doing it for you being right. We're doing it kasi yun ang alam natin na tama eh. Yun ang alam natin na nagiging tama. Tama yan eh. Ma'am, paano kung mga sip-sip na tao ang gusto ko lang po ay bida at magpapan? Right, okay. Vinci and Cruz, right. Paano daw yun? Gusto lang nila. So, eto na yung nagdo-dominate pa sila sa'yo. Are they trying to be right? They're overpowering you. Ito yung isa sa mga things na maralaman mo yan kung may cost. May cost yan. Ang cost niyan really is, mafe-feel mo, nandito yung feelings eh. Yun na nga sinasabi ni Andy na mafe-feel mo, pero somehow, merong gray area where you don't realize that yung impact sa iba na nakakasakal na. Nakakalsakal na siya. Sir Vic, what have you got in mind so far? Ang tahimik mo dyan.
Yeah, iniisip ko yung mga nila, yung mga emote nila.
Ito kasi si Vince, sabi niya, ang sip-sip na tao, yung gusto lang nila ang bida, right? So these are people that are justifying themselves, in-invalidate nila yung iba, kasi para sila yung bida, di ba? Di ba para tayo maging bida, kinakailangan we are better than the others. So parang ando dito na, ako yung tama, ako yung mas magaling, ako yung panalo, sa akin ka lang. Tama ba yon? Okay, kapag ang relationship kasi, they make the best para di ka iwan, doon na pumapasok ang insecurity. Para di ka iwan. So I'm gonna ask a question. There's an element of truth in that, Andy. It's very true. Ngayon, ang tanong ko lang is, if we are in a relationship, you and I are in a relationship, and you're putting your best foot forward, you're putting your best foot because you love the other party, right? The other party. Don't you not just do it because out of love? So where does the insecurity falls in? Where does the insecurity falls in? Nakuha mo yun? Unless pumapasok lang isang insecurity kung may ina-expect tayo. So nandito na yung nagbigay na ako, wala akong pabalik. Right? Nagbigay ako eh, ba't walang bumabalik? Siguro doon na pumapasok yung insecurities. Ewan ko, tell me, is that what you meant by that? Kasi I know that in any relationship, by the way, I am married for 22 years. And on the first few years of marriage, I would really say that marriage is not a simple thing. So if you guys are in your whatever age group you are and you're going into marriage, one of the things that Philippines is now catching up with the West in terms of separation and legal separation. I don't know about divorce, but people parting ways at some point. So, nawawala na yung dati nating strong tradition of solid marriage. Nawawala yung tradition natin na ganun. Obviously, meron siyang pros and cons. And you don't really want to be in a relationship that is toxic, just keep the relationship going or the marriage going. But ang point of the matter is, ang relationship goes through stages, right? So sa una-una, yung amor, yeah, you're excited because of your physical attraction, right? Yun naman lagi ang simula, di ba? Generally. Hindi naman kayo agad nag-usap eh. Sasabihin mo, no, kasi nagugustuhan ko siya dahil very deep siya. No, that's nonsense kasi hindi naman totoo yun. Sa una lagi merong physical attraction. Yung unang-una, yung mga at least may 30 seconds na ganun point. There must be an element of yung attraction of something. Pero hindi agad yung, feeling ko makatrust ako sa kanya. Hindi yung mukha niya, mukhang trustworthy. Pero hindi agad yung talaga magtitiwala ako sa kanya, right? Mostly, lalo na kung may friend ka na mas may look than us, right? Ano ibig mo sabihin, Andy? Pero di pa partner, di ba, nararamdaman, kasi dapat open communication and give and take, right? Di nararamdaman yung Rosalie, that's very true. Hindi mo mararamdaman yung insecurities mo. And actually, ang isang taong insecure, whatever you do sa tao na yon, they'll always be insecure. So the other party has no responsibility all over their misery of their, based on their insecurities. Wala kang magagawa doon kasi insecure talaga sila eh. So kung sino man dito, tamaan, bato-bato sa langit, tamaan, wag magagalit. Kung feeling nyo insecure kayo, you got to resolve that as well before you even get into any relationship. Good afternoon, Rovan S. Hello.
She's Ma'am Sha from Bataan.
Hello, gandang hapon. Good,
We have
good,
a while
good.
ago from the Happy OFW family. Mega love shout out. Happy OFW family YouTube channel. And thanks so much. And to everyone, welcome and welcome. Ayan. So, Kuya Andy's saying something.
He says, for me, dapat mag-in sa relationship. Bago mag-in, alam dapat ang do's and don't. Para compatible kayo. So, Andy, merong punto yan. Merong punto yung compatibility. Ang problema lang kasi ng compatibility, it depends sa parties, right? It all depends on parties. So, I will challenge compatibility. Because, alam niyo yung mga star signs? People go on a star signs in numerology, right? And they go, oh, I'm a fire sign, another fire sign, I'm a water sign. And then so you look for method in which you could find your compatibility. Anong favorite mo? Paborito ko tong chicken, paborito kong sneakers. Oh, I like Oreo, I like pets, I don't like pets. All these kind of things. You figure it out to eliminate yung complexity, yung para hindi na masyadong mahirap pagsamahin, di ba? Now, my question is that foolproof? Is it foolproof? Talaga bang ano yon? Yung lahat ng compatible, hindi sila naghihiwalay ever? I'm asking that question. And the reason I'm asking that question is because a human being is complex. Human being is complex. And relationship is not is a journey. Relationship is a journey. It's not something that, oh, okay, compatible tayo and this is it. We're gonna make it in life. We will live happily ever after. Until one day, one of the parties found somebody more good looking, somebody more loving, somebody giving more of what they're looking for in life because hindi nila nakita noon. And then, mako-compromise yung compatibility aspect of that relationship. Have you seen those kind of relationship? They're so perfectly compatible and then they end up separated. For one reason or another, merong roadblock. Ano yung roadblock na yun? Yeah? And it's nice to look for the compatibility aspect of any relationship. It's nice to look for that, absolutely. But I would not discredit people who are not compatible and will go into a relationship if they're willing to make it work. So if you're a woman or a man and you're in any relationship, even not in a married relationship, it's very important to identify your roadblocks. Ano ba yung mga roadblocks na yon? So, we talk about being right and being wrong. How often nyo ba na nararamdaman na hindi kayo nila maintindihan, tingin nyo tamang-tama naman yung sinasabi nyo? How often nyo nararamdaman? Anong nararamdaman nyo din pag hindi kayo maintindihan? Tama naman yung sa palagay mo yung sinasabi mo. Yeah? Di ba nakaka-frustrate? Hindi mo na tuloy ma-express yung sarili mo. Napafrustrate ka. Yeah? Nakaka-frustrate. So tingnan natin 'to sinabi ni ano, sinabi uh, ni Andy, for me dapat talaga bago mag-in, compatible. By the way, Andy, for me dapat mag-in para kung compatible kayo. I'm gonna tell you, Andy, there are cases where compatibility is something that you can work on. I can tell you based on a personal experience, married for 22 years, when I married my husband who is an introvert and I was an extrovert, marami kaming hindi compatible. Isa lang yung dahilan kung bakit ako nag-married sa kanya. Napapatawa niya ako. And there's really some element of attraction, right? So, element of attraction, I'm in love with him, and I know I could respect him, and I feel secure. So, those were just the first elements na pinagsama-sama namin to work it throughout the years. And nakaka-stress talaga, yeah. So, we're not compatible, and throughout the years, we've found ways to make it work. You have to figure it out to make it work. And so, may mga basic kaming things na pinagsama-sama, pero meron din kaming basic things na hindi namin pwedeng pagsamahin, and we acknowledge that. Katulong, marami akong things na gusto na hindi naman niya gusto. Marami siyang things na gusto na hindi ko rin gusto yun. Pero paano namin na pagsasama-sama? So, if you are here in this conversation and you think, oh my God, I'm not really compatible with who I am right now, huwag kayong mag-alala kasi pwede din yung i-work it out. You can still work it out. Yes, Andy, nakaka-stress talaga. Bro, roadblock ang stress, okay? Roadblock ang hello, Simply Jerry. And by the way, I'm very curious about the stay at home. Thanks, Doc. Ano yun?
It means po stay at home, they are stay watching.
Okay. Okay, so got it.
It's a heart emoji on YouTube with the cross at the center.
Aha.
It's some kind of doctor tuloy yung lumalabas sa word. So pero
okay. Pero it's like a message. Yes, stay at home, guys. I know you guys are. And bakit nga ba relative yung bakit relevant yung topic natin ngayon? Kasi most of you guys are going to be staying at home. You're going to be staying at home with people that you live with, and potentially it is a recipe staying at home too long to having or finding some of your roadblocks. Makikita ko na naman tong asawa ko to ng complain na ng complain. Makikita ko na naman tong asawa ko na nag. Right? Makikita ko na Tama ba? So, kung nandito na naman yung nanay ko na ito na naman yung ginagawa, ayoko makikita yan. Kaya nga, sayang, hindi ako makagimik, hindi ako makalabas. Wala akong mapuntahan kasi quarantine tayo. Hindi tayo makaalis. So you have to find a way to overcome your roadblocks, guys. I really invite you overcome these roadblocks. So the roadblocks that we mentioned so far, I think we can type this one down, is gandang hapon, Simply Jerry, and Roslyn Cultura, hello. Good to see you again. So maybe we can type it down. Ano ba yung mga payoff? Ito yung payoff, ito yung ginagawa natin, yung ina-expect natin. So, ang mga payoff natin is we're trying to be right and making other people wrong. So, yun yung unang-una. If you do this, that's a recipe for costing you your love affinity to people around you. Alright? So, number 1 yun, ha? Tama po, nakakasawaan. It's very true. Kasi wala kang mapuntahan. Now, guys, I know some of you have got access to internet. It's very likely na medyo malaki-laki yung bahay nyo. Now, picture this. Certain families right now are suffering in a small tent or in a small room. Umuupo sila sa bahay, isang room, sama-sama hindi sila makalabas. And worst is kung somebody ay may sakit. It doesn't have to be COVID. Kung may nararamdaman na talaga sila before the pandemic. So, it's not easy to be in a relationship kasi ang mangyayari kasi sa atin ngayong ganitong sitwasyon, mahirap. Kahirapan ng sitwasyon is doon natin mararamdaman kasi nakikipag-usap tayo sa sarili natin. The moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, yung reality natin nawala yung maraming stimulus ng buhay. Ano ba yung mga stimulus natin ng buhay? Nung walang pandemic, paggising natin sa umaga, may television, may internet, right? And makakagimi ka, lalabas ka sa mall, kikitain mo yung friends mo, magchichika-chika kayo dyan sa kalye, or kung saan kaninong bahay. Tama ba yon? This is stimulus, right? We are addicted to that kind of stimulus. And suddenly, nawala. Nawala yung mga stimulus na yan. So now, what do we have in our hand? Yung sarili lang natin. Yung sarili lang natin. Kundi me and me, you and you. Right? You and the mirror. So, ang hirap pagka napansin natin na yung sarili lang pala natin ang gugustuhin natin unang-una. Suddenly, you have to be friends with yourself. Kaya ka na-imbierna sa asawa mo kasi you're not even friends with yourself. Kaya ka na-imbierna sa girlfriend mo, sa boyfriend mo kasi you're not even liking what you're doing. So, can you imagine that? In pandemic, nandito tayo, marami tayong conversation in our head that this is what's happening. So, going back to the second payoff. So, first is being right and being wrong. Somebody being wrong and you are being right. We make other people wrong and you got to be right. That's a serious one. The other one is dominating and avoid domination. Okay, Andy, pag di compatible, marami talagang pagtatalunan. Okay, for me, lalaki pa, nag-court, pero pangako, pag magkasama na, doon makikita mo ugali. Andy, lalaki ba lagi ang nagko-court? Ganun pa rin ba ngayon?
Babae na po.
Okay. Ha?
Babae na po naniligaw.
Oo, natatandaan ko ng babae, nagbibigay na ng mga rose tsaka love letters. They need to express themselves, right? We have to express ourselves. I didn't do that though. I waited for the guy to express themselves. But Andy, I can see you're traditional. You're very traditional. So which is nice. I like it. Very nice. Kaya lang, kinakailangan natin bigyan din natin yung ibang babae na express din nila yung sarili nila. Is it because you don't like it when the girls express themselves? If they come forward, Andy, I like you. Would you like them? Yeah, would you make them wrong if they say that to you, Andy? Hello, Maribeth. Bakao. Hello, everyone. So yung una is making ourselves right and other people wrong. And the second one is when we dominate other people and we try to avoid being dominated, so we run away, no? Umiiwas tayo kasi feeling natin madadominate niya tayo. Ay, ayoko niyan. So, when we try to do that, between myself and my husband, we sometimes say, are you dominating? Validate others. Napaka-powerful niya. That's a serious payoff. Simply, Jeremy, ang masaklap lang po, pag nagkasawaan ng may mga anak, yan na po. Yung mga bata nagiging kawawa, nakakawawa, maagang nagugulo ang isipan nila. Right. I get it. It's very true, Jerry. There's always casualty to our righteousness. There's always a casualty for our being in a certain way, like we always want to win, we don't want to lose. There will be casualties. So kaya ito na nga yung payoff na to, marami yung cost. May cost talaga siya. So imagine mo some partners, yung nanay ang tama, yung tatay ang mali, or vice versa. So sino nagsasuffer? Yung anak, right? By the way, wala tayong papanigan na. There's no gender na siya yung dominant. Wala tayong ganon, okay? We don't take sides on any gender. And ang worst is when we invalidate others, no? When we invalidate others and justifying ourselves lang, Now you got some serious problem to losing love and affinity to people around you. And the final one is kung sinong panalo. Nanalo na naman ako. Akong panalo dito. Ako ang tama kasi. Because yung tama at panalo, usually magkasama siya. Magkasama lagi siya. So ito yung, okay, wag pumasok sa one-sided love affair. Okay. Or one-sided mindset. Yes, thank you so much. That's true. Saksi ako sa ganyang pangyayari. Walang gustong magpatalo na mag-asawa. Well, this is a serious roadblock, my love. Win and lose situation. Sinong panalo, sinong talo. Oh, ikaw na naman ang panalo. Right? Sometimes I hear this as in the cinema. You hear this as a script. Right? Tama ba yan, Sir Vic?
Opo. Yung mga ganun po talaga ako. Minsan yung iba, lagi na lang akong mali.
Lagi na lang ako ang mali, right? And then what is the cost? What is the cost? Yes, the children will be the casualty, right? Your house probably will be a casualty because you're bound to lose your house because you have to move separate places.
Yes.
So, ang cost nito is you can't express yourself truly and fully to people that probably you could create a better relationship with. Now, this is worse when it's your siblings. Ewan ko lang ha, kung kapatid mo, ewan ko dito kung sinong walang kapatid. Kung may kapatid ka and you live in the same house and one of them is domineering or one of them is always justifying themselves and invalidating you, ikaw yung biktima. Nahanapin nga natin dito kung sino mga biktima dito. Guys, you find yourself a victim of this? Somebody's always right and somebody's always, winning and you're not? Do you find yourself in that position? Or do you find yourself fulfilled and satisfied? Because you are able to express yourself. You said, you always mention kung kailan ka nasasaktan or nasasayahan. And as much as we talk about how much we are hurt, ang question ko really sa inyo is, how often do you compliment people around you of the things they did so well for you? And when you start doing that, maybe you will feel a bit more, okay, ganyan po ang nangyayari sa amin. Para kaming si Tom and Jerry. Kaya naghiwalay lang po ng maayos. Yes, sometimes we end up like this. Tom and Jerry. I love Tom and Jerry. Yeah, I really love Tom and Jerry. And it's one of our family's favorite program when my son was still young. And we must have seen everything ng kanilang series. Nobody's perfect naman, kaya di dapat mag-down ng partner when you're in love. So don't use ego always. Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much for that. So, when we mention the 4 elements on payoff natin sa relationship, sa roadblock ng isang relationship, ang nagsasuffer talaga dan, ang cost niyan is love, affinity, self-expression, and in some cases, mararamdaman nyo din na parang humihigpit yung dibdib nyo, yung sumisikip yung dibdib nyo, tapos dito parang nasasakal kayo. And you will find that, eto na yung isa sa mga reason kung bakit meron nagkakaroon ng alta presyon, yeah? Meron silang alta presyon, high blood pressure. Bakit sila meron nun? Sabihin natin hindi naman lahat sa pagkain yun eh. 70%, okay, by the way, let me just mention this. 70% of all our illness, I'm certain about this, okay guys? 70% of all our illness is because of our lifestyle. So that includes the food that we eat, how much we move, how much we rest and relax, how much water we drink. Yan lahat ay may numbers, okay? So ideally, we sleep between 6 to 8 hours, we drink between 2 to 3 liters of water, and we eat 25 grams of fiber. Mahirap kainin yun. Ilang petsa yun? Kumakain ba kayo ng petsa? Yung okra, saluyot, yan. Hindi hindi kalabasa. Kalabasa is carbohydrates, complex carbs, right? Pero ito yung tinatabi ko, pechay, malunggay, ano pa ba? Saluyot, ano pa ba yan dyan sa Olonga po natin?
Talbos ng kamote, talbos
Talbos ng Exact. Talbos ng ano ngayon yung
Spinach.
spinach. Meron ba yung kamote, 'di ba? Kangkong, right?
Hang-
Ano nga mo?
Hangkong.
Kangkong. So, yung mga yan, naging selfish. Kakain ka nun, right? So, 70% will be those things that we can do sa nutrition. But 70% is meron tayong genes and meron tayong lifestyle. Kung gaano tayo ka-stress. Right? So, alugbati. Ano ang alugbati? I'll do a research later on.
Purple po. May green
Purple. Parang kamote siya ang itsura ng kamote, no? Alugbati. Parang kamote siya na dahon.
Apo. Tsaka makintab yung dahon.
Aha. Masarap siya?
Apo, masarap. Manyaman.
Mahal siya, mahal.
Hindi po, mura lang po. Mura lang din. Parang talbos lang na kamote.
Okay. So, we have to take care of the 70% and at the same time, meron tayong stress. Yung stress na dito na napupunta yung laging nagsisikip yung dibdib mo kasi hindi mo ma-express yung sarili mo. Nag-aaway kayo ng partner mo o ng nanay at tatay mo, nagagalit ka sa kanila. So, yun yung mga reason kung bakit tayo nailagay po sa munggo, ma'am. Wow! Pagpunta ko ng Olongapo, pakainin nyo ko niyan, ha?
Yes
kasi
po,
hindi ko pa nakita yan.
Masarap po.
Puntahan ko kayo sa Olongapo. Okay? And,
ano ba yan?
nga?
Nakakagutom?
Hapunan nyo na. Okay. So far, these are all our relationship roadblocks, no? And if we have to, mag-e-echo tayo. If we have to live a fulfilled life and empowered life, sana walang ganun. Kung walang ganun, talagang may empowered kayo. So you're always being constantly in motion and in play with life, with your parents, with your partners, husband and wives, with your siblings, with your neighbors. Wala kang kinaaasarang neighbor, right? Kasi yung relationship mo sa neighbor mo is just nice and smooth. Kasi you don't make them wrong, diba? If you don't make your neighbor wrong, then you'll be cool with everything, right? Kasi kung halimbawa meron kang hindi nagugustuhan, mas i-express mo sa kanya, right? You're not avoiding. If you're avoiding, may payoff yan, yung self-expression, right? So back to you, Coach Sir Vic. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, GAVarkadz. So thank you so much for coming over. Hi to Jesly Soriano. Simply Jerry, maraming salamat din. Kuya Andy, Jubel Reynoso, shout out. Ayan, maraming salamat. Julian Enriquez also here. Thank you so much for coming over. Miss Rosen Cultura. Parang si Bigat Cultura lang. Kate Dolores, hello, shout out sa'yo. Salamat. Maribeth Bacauco. Thank you for joining again, of course. Ayan, kaya sino pa bang nandito? Vincian Cruz. Ayan, Queenie Bazaar. Thank you so much, Ma'am Sha. Ayan, Bataan. Thank you so much. Andaya Bell. Jubilin Samyon. Thank you so much. Ayan. Sino pa mga kasama nating taga Planet Earth? Geraldine Galicia Urbasano. Thank you. Ayan, Happy OFW family. Shout out, mega love shout out. Joy May Palma. Hello. Ayan, maraming salamat. Rosalie Respicio. And Mama Salvador from Australia, of course. Miss Marian Atencio from Moncada Tarlac. Thank you so much. Jeneline Hernandez, thank you so much. Kay Jubel Reynoso. Mary Grace Fabia, hello. Ito ma'am, Flora del Villaver from Montalban, Rizal. Rina Chumbing Pasilos. Ayan, taga saan ba itong mga mas nagsisilos na to? Kayo ba mga silos? Mga silusa kayo? Ayan, Cecil Zamora, shower out at hindi na mabakrid yung iba. At naputol na. Rachel May Vergara Bayadog, shower out. Thank you so much for coming over. Ayan, so GAVarkadz, when it comes to roadblocks, alam din naman natin ang gamot lang dyan is that give and take lang, tsaka understanding, patience, respect to one another's opinions, yung ating tinatawag na ano natin eh, magbibigayan tayo lagi. Hindi yung mainit ang ulo ng isa, sasabayan mo pa. Diba? Yung mga ganun. Too much tamang hinala, maling akala. Di ba, Ma'am Lynn, no? Yung too much thinking. Na-overthink kasi natin yung ano natin, taong mahal, kaibigan, jowa, asawa o kabit. Kasama yung kabit mo, di ba? Ba, mahalaga yung kabit. May mga anak din naman kayo sa mga kabit nyo. Ayan, di ba? Yung iba walang anak. Sayang naman. Hello to Michelle Esmeralda. Ayan, shower out. Ayan. Thank you so much. And GAVarkadz, tama. Anong tama? May tama ba ako? Ayan. And GAVarkadz, no, don't ever hesitate to share with us your thoughts or opinion regarding sa ating mga topics. So next week, magla-line up na naman kami ng mga topics ni Ma'am Lynn kasi may meeting kami bukas. Gusto niyo ba makipag-meeting bukas? Para may mag-suggest sa mga topics, di kasi kayo nagsasuggest. Ayan, acceptance daw, sabi ni Kuya Andy. Totoo yan. Tsaka kung ano yung wala sa mga napili nyong pakasalan, sa mga napili nyong jowain, kung ano yung wala, huwag nyo hanapin sa iba. Diba? Kasi pinili nyo na tapos naghanap pala kayo sa iba. Anyamat ton, kung kunadang arod ka Ilocano. Ang road. Correct, sabi ni Vincian Cruz. Thank you so much, Vincian Cruz, and to Ma'am Flora del Villaver. Thank you so much. Ayan, so, Ma'am Lynn, when it comes po ba sa relationship na to, paano po ba yung pinakamagandang solusyon sa mga mag-partner, magkaibigan, magkapitbahay na lagi may conflicts? Ano kayang solusyon ang pwedeng gawin? Maghiwalay na lang ba? O wag na magkita? Mga ganun. Ano ba yung pinaka-light, pinaka-magaan na solusyon or suggestion pagdating po sa ganito?
Okay, so when two people come together and they feel something towards each other, and that could apply, by the way, I'm gonna talk generic, ha? It could apply sa siblings, sa magkapatid. It could apply sa best friends. And it could also apply sa a relationship with children or without children, or if you're starting a relationship with each other with your jowa, right? So, it is the same formula applies. So first of all, human being is made up of love. Human being is made up of love. Kasi we're made out of the image of our Creator. And that's a perfect image. It's a perfect image. Now, what we do in life and what we see in life, ito na yung aware ka, di ba? Ito yung topic natin, dapat aware ka. Gusto ko aware ka. What we see in life is a manifestation of our interpretation. So ito yung napaka-importante na advice. Whatever we see, that is a reflection or manifestation of our own interpretation. Kasi perfect naman tayong pinanganak eh. Perfect. Everything is perfect in any way. And as we get older in life, we put different shades, different glasses, and different lens. So mapapansin mo, nadadagdagan yung kulay at interpretasyon sa isang bagay. So now, going back to, ano ang dapat, maghiwalay ba o pagsamahin? Yan ang tanong eh. Oh? Paano kung magkapatid? Dapat ba silang maghiwalay?
Maghiwalay ang bahay.
Ang hirap, no? So the point being is, ang point natin is, ano yung pwede mong magawa para empowered ka pa rin? Siguro yun ang tanungin natin, no? How could you make yourself empowered in situation when the relationship is not working? Right? Dito na pumapasok yung, sabi mo, dapat pa ba silang magkasama o dapat na silang maghiwalay? Dito mo na titingnan din yung, am I being right or am I making them wrong? Titignan mo sa sarili mo yung kung tama yung nararamdaman mo. Pinamali ko lang ba siya? Kasi nasaktan niya. Meron naman kasing napakadaling example, pag binugbog ka, talagang andali naman nun, di ba? Nambubugbog na siya eh. Right? Pero yung walang ganon, nagsasalita ng masakit, nasasaktan ka, nasisira yung confidence mo, that's another matter of consideration. Do I keep on doing it? Right? So, ang point here is, always have no conversation. Kasi ano yung way forward? You can define, So based on your awareness, based on how it presents to you, ang tatanong ko lang dun sa tao is, ano ba yung posibilidad na gusto mong i-create? What is your possibility you wanted to create? Between the two of you, you and the other person. You have to ask yourself that possibility. Ano ba yun? Kasi kung alam mo yung possibility ninyo, I really want to live with this person, I really love this person, this is the person I've been looking for all along in my life. Yun na, kunyari sa romantic love tayo ha, kunyari lang romantic love. Pakakasalan ko ba siya? Lagi niya akong inaaway. Meron ka pang may way out ka pa, no? May way out ka pa. And you'll find na my phone is just distracting me. You'll find na kinakailangan na itanong mo sa sarili mo ano yung posibilidad mo. Itanong mo kasi itong maganda kasi sa life walang right and wrong. You just go on your journey. You keep on having you keep on playing with life as a journey. And kung iisipin mo, baka ito ang sabihin nila sa akin, pag ito ang ginawa ko, it cannot be like that because then that means you're not living your life the best way you can. So, going back dun sa question, ang question is, kailangan, anong gagawin ko? Itatanong mo sa sarili mo, ano ba yung posibilidad na kinikreate mo? Kasi kung hindi naman yun ang posibilidad na kinikreate mo, bakit ka nandoon? Hindi ka rin magiging masaya kung hindi na yun ang posibilidad na kinikreate mo. You have to create your possibility. Madam Lynn, libre lang po ang manghingi ng advice. Oh yes, absolutely. You can, guys, you can email me. You can send me friend requests on Facebook. I really am passionate about helping women in their 40s. You could be married, unmarried, and in their career who wants to create a career, living a fulfilled life so that you always create a constant creation ng freedom of finance and freedom and self-fulfillment. So that's what I do. I love doing that. I really love to help a lot of women out there. I'm a mother of 2 children. That's my background. I'm married for 22 years. I think I consider myself very lucky because I'm able to do everything. I would say everything that I always wanted to do in my life. And I think a lot of women are longing for that. So if I could share with you simple, and by the way, there's nothing extraordinary about me. There's nothing extraordinary. It's just I use my thinking correctly. And there's a thing called IQ, right? And there's also a thing called EQ. So people who are very fulfilled and many ways successful in all aspects of their life have high EQ, which is emotional intelligence. And I really encourage you guys to use, and that's just using their brain. And we talk about by the way, when I did this course before, which I shared to you is the most simplest way I could share. I did this for a good, few days. And if you just know your possibility, you can create your possibility every day. So every day is a fresh page. The problem natin is we always live in the past. Okay, I think we talked about that before, right? Living in the past. But if you live today as a new day, like today I meditated, so today's a new day. I have a conversation with people, and then that's a new conversation. It's not referring to yesterday or the day before. So you can always be in a point of constant creation. This is in our DNA. This is how we are. This is why we are the highest form of God's creation. We can constantly create every single moment, every single minute, hour, day, every day. So, nasagot ko po ba ang tanong ninyo? What is, anong dapat gawin? Ay tatanong ko pabalik, ano yung possibility na kinikreate ninyo? Kasi kung meron kang possibility of keeping the relationship, siguro kinakailangan yung hindi lang possibility mo. Baka hindi yun baka possibility mo lang yan para sa'yo, pero hindi niya possibility para sa inyong dalawa. Naget nyo? Wala may possibility Paano yung iba naman? Pero kung halimbawa, like parents and siblings, mahirap mag-come out of those relationships. So maybe really you got to look at yourself in a way that, you have to clear the past. And I think I'm going to share with you. I have here another book, and I think I invite you if you like books. I just had this, and this talk about your childhood, a lot about your childhood. Okay, I like sharing. If you like, I'm not a big book reader, but when I see a book that is nice, I usually go for it. So, Andy, what do you think? You become what you? Yes, absolutely. What you think, you become. Absolutely. You attract what you imagine, and you can always create. Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that, Andy. That's an incredible share. Um, kung tama sa palagay mo ikaw, lagi kang tama. At kung sa palagay mo mali, lagi kang mali. And kung sa palagay mo, yeah, it's everything starts in your brain. Thank you so much. I hope I answered your question, no?
Yes, yes, yes. Totoo yun, GAVarkadz, no? Kasi ano nga bang gusto natin na maging result, ano bang kalalabasan ng ating relasyon sa ating kapwa, sa ating mga jowa, sa inyong mga partner, sa kapitbahay, kapatid, magulang. So, depende sa kung anong gusto nating i-create na possibilities or relationship na gusto natin maging strong or gusto na nating tapusin. So, depende pa rin. It's all our choices, GAVarkadz. It will always depend on our attitude, on our perspective in life. It will always depend on how we value people around us. At depende yan sa atin. So, kaya kuminsan, tama lang na nakikinig ng payo ng iba, but let us always consider yung tinatawag nating sarili natin. Okay, pero wag tayong maging selfish. Wag maging selfish. And shout out to Miss Marites Ju from Santa Cruz, Laguna. To Crisanto Sumala, shout out din sa iyong pagdating. And Jenny Guevara Mendoza, shout out also. Thanks so much, nakahabol kayo ha. Kumbaga sa kainan, may natira pa, nakain nyo na. And GAVarkadz, of course, we would like to thank our mentor, Ma'am Lynn Malaluan, and you could connect her on her Facebook. Ayan, para magkaroon kayo ng chance sa mag-message, private message. If you want to ask something, mag-ask kayo ng advice. So please feel free to add on Facebook. Friend request kayo kay Ma'am Lynn Malaluan. Ayan, Lynn Malaluan on Facebook. GAVarkadz. So thank you so much, Ma'am Lynn, for of course, sharing your time with us. At alam naming maaga pa dyan sa London. It's only, I think, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 10, 11. 11 na ng umaga. So yung GAVarkadz. So thank you, Ma'am Lynn. See you again next week. And GAVarkadz, next week, mas ano pa kayo? Mas maging expressive pa kayo and you participate with our discussions na ating mga topic, okay? So you could also send us, ako or si Ma'am Lynn, ng mga topic na gusto niyong pag-usapan. Basta alam niyo naman na pwede. Kasi hapon tayo, baka nanonood yung mga bata, hindi pa sila tulog. Baka gigising lang ng mga bata. Kilala namin kayo. And so thank you so much, GAVarkadz. And later, join us with our next show. We have, of course, ayan. So invite namin kayo sa ating show later, GAVarkadz. We have the Mixed Voices later, 7 p.m., okay? Then everyday ating mga shows, alam niyo na yun. So yun. So yun lang naman muna yung pag-invite ko sa inyo. At mamaya natin ipopromote yung iba pa natin shows, okay? So yun. So thank you so much. We have Ma'am Lynn again on as our mentor, GAVarkadz. So maraming salamat. Sabi ni Miss Rosalie, ano pong FB account? Ayan po, Lynn Malaluan po nakalagay sa kanyang FB account. Lynn Malaluan. Ayan, Miss Rosalie Respicio. Ayan. Then, sabi ni Kuya Andy, dapat kasi kung magmamahal ka, dapat tanda kang masaktan. Ouch! Ang sakit naman yan. Pero dapat mas mahal mo ang sarili mo para pag iniwan ka, may matitira ka pa para sa sarili mo. Totoo naman yun. Ito yung GAVarkadz, tinagalog na nga yan. Thank you so much po, ma'am. Ayan po, Crisanto Sumala. Thank you so much. Ano po profile pic nyo, Ma'am Lynn? Kamukha niya po. Ito po nasa banner natin ang profile picture ni Ma'am Lynn. Tama ba, Ma'am Lynn? Hindi ka pa nagpalit? Ayan.
This one is my profile picture. So I'm just gonna show you very quickly.
Ayan. Ayan, GAVarkadz. So, ayan si Ma'am Lynn sa Facebook. O, alam niyo na. Kailangan naka-thumbs up. Now you know, GAVarkadz. Thank you po, Madam Lynn from Jenny Guevara and from Vincian Cruz. Thanks daw, Ma'am Rosalie Respicio. Thanks daw po. Thanks, Ma'am Lynn from Kuya Andy. Thanks din from Miss Marites Ju. And thanks from Vincian Cruz. GAVarkadz, ayan, so bibigyan namin kayo ng laya para makapagtrabaho na. And later, 7 p.m., join us with our GAV Music Hand. Yun naman yung mapapanood sa Yan Tayo TV YouTube channel at dito pa rin sa GAV Community FB page. So thank you so much. Let us stay not only healthy and strong but with a hopeful and optimistic heart and spirit. Of course, and happy soul. Importante, piliin natin maging masaya. Thank you so much, Ma'am Lynn. God bless you and your family. Thanks so much, GAVarkadz. Bye-bye. Thank you.